You're listening to English Level Up, the channel that makes English learning clear, real, and enjoyable. My first day at the company started with rain. Not heavy rain, just enough to make the streets shiny and my shoes wet. I arrived 10 minutes early, holding a notebook I bought the night before. I told myself, this is a fresh start. Just stay calm. The office was quiet when I walked in. A woman at the front desk smiled and said, "Good morning." I answered, "Good morning," a little too loudly. My heart was already beating fast. At 9 o'clock, my manager, Mark, came to my desk. "We have a team meeting now," he said. "You can join and listen." "Sure," I said, standing up quickly. I grabbed my notebook like it was a shield. The meeting room was full. People were already talking when we sat down. They spoke fast, and their voices mixed together. Someone made a joke. Everyone laughed. I smiled and laughed too, even though I did not understand the joke at all. Mark started the meeting. He talked about projects, deadlines, and clients. I caught a few words, but most sentences passed me like a fast train. I nodded again and again. I thought, if I keep nodding, I will look normal. At one point, Mark looked at me and asked, "Does that sound okay to you?" There was a short silence. My mind went blank. I did not know what that was. But everyone was looking at me, so I said, "Yes, that sounds good." Mark smiled and moved on. I felt a small wave of relief, followed by fear. What did I just agree to? As the meeting continued, people shared ideas. One person spoke, another answered, then they started discussing something quickly. I wrote random words in my notebook, so it looked like I was taking notes. In truth, my notes made no sense. The meeting ended after an hour. When everyone stood up, I felt tired, like I had run a long distance without moving. Mark said, "Good input today." I smiled and said, "Thank you." Inside, I felt like a liar. Back at my desk, I stared at my computer. I did not know what to do next. I worried that someone would soon ask me about the meeting. My stomach felt tight. Then a colleague named Anna came over. She looked friendly. "First meetings can be tough," she said. I hesitated, then decided to be honest. "I'm sorry," I said quietly. I didn't understand most of the meeting. Anna did not look surprised. She laughed softly and said, "That's normal." My first week was the same. I felt a little lighter. She pulled up a chair. "The main point was simple," she said. "We have one big project, and the deadline is next month. Mark asked if the plan was okay, and you said yes. That just means you agree to help." "Oh," I said. "That's a relief." Anna continued, "If you don't understand something next time, you can say, 'Could you explain that again?' People here are nice." In the afternoon, Mark stopped by my desk. My heart jumped. "How are you doing?" he asked. "I'm doing okay," I said. Then I took a breath. I want to be honest. The meeting was a bit fast for me. Mark nodded. "Thanks for telling me. It will get easier. Feel free to ask questions anytime." When I left the office that evening, the rain had stopped. The street lights reflected on the ground. I felt tired, but proud. I learned something important on my first day. It was okay not to understand everything. It was better to speak up than to keep nodding in silence. Hello, everyone. Now let's slow down and learn some useful English from today's story. Don't worry. We'll take it step by step. Point 1. Simple honesty. Let's look at this sentence from the story. I didn't understand most of the meeting. This is a very useful sentence. It is simple. It is honest. And it sounds natural. You don't need to explain everything. You don't need long reasons. When you say this sentence, people usually want to help you, not judge you. In real life, simple honesty is often the best choice. Point 2. A common workplace question. Now listen to this question. Does that sound okay to you? You will hear this sentence many times at work. Here, the word that is very important. That means the idea, the plan, or the decision they just talked about. They're not asking for a long answer. They just want your opinion. You can say yes. You can say no. Or you can ask for more explanation. Point 3. A natural way to agree. Here is the sentence used in the meeting. Yes, that sounds good. This is one of the most common agreement sentences in English. It is polite. It is safe. And it sounds professional. You can use it in meetings, emails, or daily conversations. You don't sound too excited. You don't sound cold. You sound normal, and that is good. Point 4. Asking for help politely. Now let's listen to this sentence. Could you explain that again? This is a very friendly way to ask for help. The word could makes the sentence soft and polite. You are not saying, I don't understand you. You are saying, I want to understand better. Native speakers use this sentence all the time. Asking questions does not make you weak. It makes communication better. Point 5. Talking about feelings naturally. Finally, let's look at this sentence. I felt tired, like I had run a long distance without moving. This is a simple way to describe a feeling. I felt like is very useful in English. You don't need difficult words. You just compare your feeling to something easy to imagine. This makes your English more natural and more emotional. That's all for today. Try listening to these sentences again and feel how natural English sounds when it stays simple. You don't need perfect words. You just need honest ones. Thank you for watching English Level Up, where your English gets better every day. Like the video, subscribe, and keep learning with us.